Hey, what's going on, everybody? I was having a little bit of jittery technical difficulties here because I'm so nervous about my next guest. He is the amazing, phenomenal, follically inclined grid master of Instagram and names that I possibly can't fathom to come up with at this moment in time. He is none other than Mr.Steve.
Hey, Miguel, how you doing, my man?
I am so good. I'm happy to see you yet again. This time on the small screen, not in real life. So actually, I feel a little less. What was it? The last time I was talking to you was like this, right?
It's amazing how many people. It's amazing how many people go, bloody hell, you're tall. You see my son? He's 6'6". He's huge.
Oh no!
I'm like you with me as with him. But yeah. I give him a cuddle. I go, it was his birthday yesterday. I go, happy birthday, Sam. I'm like,
oh yeah. Oh well, happy belated birthday. Oh, we got some people in here, some amazing people. Also.
Hey, Jared.
Jared is here. SI Toy Junkie. This guy is one of those guys that goes and find the products everywhere that he can.
Thank you.
Your product.
Thanks,
He's also a friend of mine who actually helped me find the Red Hulk, and we rekindled our relationship that was from high school 20 years ago.
Oh, that's wicked. That's wicked. Right? And is that Simon? Is that his name, Simon, or anyway?
No. Sorry. It's SI Staten Island, New York.
Oh, I got you.
Toy Junkie.
My best friend's called Simon.
Miller is here.
Hey.
D. Blake Makes is here.
Hey, how's it going? I'm waiting for my parcel.
Deadman 1 is here.
Oh,
really? Look at that. Oh, no pressure.
I'm just down in my coffee, get my second wind. I never have coffee in the evening.
Yeah.
If I start shaking, that's
where are you at right now? Because from what the conversations we've had, you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. Unfortunately, you weren't able to make it to San Diego Comic-Con, right?
No, I wasn't. I live in Massachusetts. I'm down in my basement at the moment. This is my man cave, my Stevie toy dungeon, I call it.
Nice.
And I was on holiday vacation on the Cape Cod, and then I was meant to fly to San Diego.
First internationally.
Yeah, but I couldn't make San Diego. I couldn't make San Diego. That was gutted, literally.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting to see, but you know what? You still made some amazing grids on the whole.
That's all I could do.
I'm so envious of it because it's kind of, you have to keep in mind that if you do a grid, people, if you do a grid, and I'm sure Mr. Steve can relate to this. If you don't consistently post, the grid kind of just becomes I don't know, it just
non-grid like. It becomes non-grid like. So everything's
non-grid like.
3 is the magic number. So if I post one thing, I get like OCD, and I'm like, I gotta put 2 more things on, or my grid's gonna be out of sync. And then I post 3, and then that's too much, and then the algorithm tells me that I'm over posting, and I get nothing. It's a nightmare. But what I found is that I'll grid, do them in 3s, grid 3, and I'll pace it so I don't I can kind of relax a little bit sometimes. But yeah,
our good friend Al, right? So for the people, tell us who you are and what you do.
For the people, my name is Stephen Charles Howard Evans. I'm a British graphic designer trained that got a job with Hasbro in 1999 because I love Star Wars and I thought I could get free Star Wars figures for the Phantom Menace. So I managed to get into Hasbro there, and I have been at Hasbro for 23 years. I've done, blimey, what have I done? I've done packaging, I've done branding, I've run Monopoly creatively, I've worked on TVs and movies, I've done some app development, I ran Star Wars for 4 or 5 years. And now I'm on Marvel. So I lead the Marvel design team across preschool, kid, and fan. And I have a good time. And I'm a big retro fan. I have all these toys behind me. I'm a big collector, community advocate. I'm always sort of involved with it and kind of representing as much as I can and getting into trouble at work. That's what I am. I'm lucky enough to do a job that I love. so I never have to work a day in my life. That's what I tell my kids as well. Do that. Like my son, like Sam, whose birthday was yesterday. I'm like, what do you want to be? And he's like, I want to work in Formula One or SpaceX. So I like put out a message out to LinkedIn, all the LinkedIn people and Instagram. I said, anyone know anyone at SpaceX or NASA or automobile motorsports? And I had like a flood of connections. So community is key. There we go. It's my soapbox.
Yeah, community is key. I mean, I experienced that in the term of how long I've been on Instagram, and it's been such a great place. Like the collector environment is a really good place, and I'm so happy to have someone who literally says, "Yeah, you know what? This guy is a go," and it's just amazing that we had a conversation at Toys in Action where. Garrett was there and Captain was there as well, representing the articulated comic book art brand.
Yeah.
And it's San Diego Comic-Con happened, and had a few shut up and take my money moments.
Good. Yeah, it was interesting. San
Diego.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I think that's good. I mean, I don't want to exploit anybody, but it's good if the stuff we're making, and I'm sure you bought other company stuff, is wanted and needed. That's cool. San Diego was interesting because obviously, it's the first time in 3 years or so, and we've been doing like pulse cons and sort of virtual stuff. So to have San Diego come back, kind of almost out of the blue, it was like, whoa, oh God. It was like I hope we had enough to show everybody. I was very conscious of that as we were going in and chatting with Ryan and stuff. And I think we got a good spread. It was an unusual spread. I love the tease that we had for maybe a new HasLab coming up soon. So I hope it was enough for everybody.
I wonder what could that have been. It was like fire and a skull. I mean, what could it? I don't get it. You guys are so shrouded in secrecy. It's like.
I know the subtlety is our middle name, quite clearly.
Is there Illuminati thing going on over there or something where you guys just don't show anything, tell anything? I don't get it. I don't get it. But whatever it is, I know.
It looks wicked.
I honestly cannot wait. Oh, it looks. We're gonna edit that out when we post. We don't know what it is and what it will be or anything like that. And I'm not trying to squeeze you for any information. So let's get on with what we're about here at 30&Go. So with 30&Go, we play a group of things. We ask you some of the questions. You filled out the questionnaire. So anything you said can be used in the court of Go. All right?
I understand. I got my hand on the book. I understand. I'm willing and able.
All right. So this is the one-word description. I show you a photo, and you say whatever word comes to mind, only one word, and then we can get into the story after that. But initially, it needs to be the first word. All right?
All right. Let's do it. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
I'm nervous. Universal Studios.
Universal Studios. Have you been?
I have. I don't know if that's a Psycho House. I just looked at it and went, Psycho House, Universal Studios.
It's a haunted house. I would imagine that it's a haunted house. I don't see any ghosts hanging out the window or any apparitions by the trees, But yeah, all right.
Yeah,
so
Universal Studios. I went to Universal when I was young. When I was 5, and I was terrified of the Jaws ride. I went on that. I went in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What was I? Come on, Steve. I was 5. I went to America for the first time when I was 5 with my mum and dad, and I remember being terrified of the shark, of Bruce, the Jaws ride. And then I remember there was like a tour around the lot, and Psycho House was on this hill, and they had the mother in the window, and I always remember being spooked out about that because I don't like. Well, you know this. I don't like haunted houses. I don't like ghosts.
Yeah. All right, next slide. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Instant vertigo.
Yeah, wobbly. Wobbly is the word that I would.
Yeah, right.
I would say to that. No, I don't like. No, I couldn't do that. Couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I went up the Empire State Building with my wife when we first arrived in America.
Oh, okay.
12 years ago, and I was, and it has that sort of perspex thing, and I was just like, nope. I just kind of wanted to lay out on the floor because I don't like it. Don't like heights. He's showing me all the stuff I don't like.
All right, so let's try something else here. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, Mount Fuji. That's cool. I'd love to go there. So Japan, right? Mount Fuji. I have a friend who lives in Japan. I grew up in Colchester in Essex, on the eastish coast of England, and it was like a small town, and we were all sort of like growing up together. And you know, a lot of people stay in the same area. And then my friend Dean just one day went, "Oh, I'm going to Japan," and he like buggered off to Japan. And we were very jealous of him going. And then I've been to Japan once, but I've only ever been in the airport. I remember flying from Boston because when we were going to Hong Kong, because we have Hasbro offices in Hong Kong, we flew over to. I can't remember which airport it was now. I can't remember whereabouts in Japan it was, but we had to change to get a plane to go to Hong Kong, and I was 6 hours in this airport, and it was like the middle of the night, and no one was around. But I'd love to go to Japan properly, not just the airport. So,
I would imagine, yeah. I don't think Japan really knows how like influential they are with the Americas. You know, they really are.
It's funny because it's almost like an equal swap, because you got a lot of the sort of the Eastern culture like looks to the West for sort of influences, and we do the same. So I fear it. I don't fear. I think it's a fair swap, but it's funny.
They have a McDonald's doesn't mean anything.
Hummingbirds, yeah, I love hummingbirds. We have one here. We have one here. Yeah, we call him St. Michael. I don't know why. Just he turned up like a few years ago, and so I think we're on our 4th generation of St. Michaels. They come about the end of April, and then they get lost at sort of end of August, I believe. But they fly up onto our deck and drink the nectar. But I like the noise though.
Well, Michael isn't such a bad name. You know, I can honestly say that, being a Miguel.
But are you a saint? That's the question. Our ones are called Saint Michael, and I don't know why we called him Saint Michael. Probably one of my kids named him. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, that's a cool bird, you know. Haha, you see, this is what I mean with our buddy here who hunts for the figures. Is
he got? Sorry, have you gone in or are you coming out?
Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting for that truck to finish unloading.
Oh, I see. Cheese fondue. Now there's a meal. I can't eat that anymore because now I'm over 40. I'm nearly 50. Like my doctor says, you got to lay off the cheese, Steve, because I do love my cheese, man. And cheese fondue is one of the nicest things. My dad was I lost my dad about 10 years ago next year. He was a chef, so he was a restaurateur, and we owned restaurants our whole lives. I've lived in many restaurants and many homes. And so food was a very important part for our family. And like, I just love cheese fondue. Like, I just love it. I could eat it and eat it and eat it. So it's not my death row meal. My death row meal would be Marmite and toast. Now, those of you who don't know Marmite, you're missing out because it is.
There you go. So Steve has just given you all homework. So don't get it done.
Yeah, Marmite.
Fred Evans. Hi, Fred.
Good surname, Fred.
Yeah, right?
I know Fred Evans. Where have I met Fred Evans? I've met you, haven't I, Fred? I met you at Toys in Action, I think. I can't see any comments coming up, so I'm probably talking blind.
That's all right.
Hey, Fred. Sure, yeah, I did meet you. Yeah, I did meet Fred Evans. You gave Blaine the Star Trek Enterprise, didn't you? Say yes or no.
Toys in Action from Fred.
Yeah, he was very kind and gave Blaine the things. A special
there you go,
gift.
Fred. Fresh in the mind, Mr. Steve.
What's this? Scotland. Now, traditionally, I'm Welsh, so like I come from. Well, I'm English, but my heritage is Welsh with Evans. Evans, you see, I come from Wales, so the Celtics are a very important part of my bloodline. Yeah, Scotland was cool. I spent Millennium New Year's Eve into 2000 up in Scotland. Got very drunk.
Wow.
It was a wicked night. You should ask I don't think my wife can remember it. I've got a video of her acting.
I was just going to say, how wicked was it? Because you have a memory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can just about remember. I remember we went out, we saw the fireworks, and then we were staying with friends that live in a glen, so a valley. And I remember we just went from house to house, drinking. We went, and at the end of the night, at like 7 o'clock in the morning, we ended up at the last house, and it was their job to cook breakfast for all the people they'd gathered through the valley. And there was about 40 people in this house. So I just remember coming out with this like hot plates of bacon. I just remember this bacon, and we just ate probably like 300 rashers of bacon as a group, and that soaks up the alcohol quite well.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
So now it is time for some strange questions. Are you ready for some strange questions?
More? Yes, do it.
Let's go. Technical difficulties here today. All right. Hopefully that stays up.
Strange questions.
Strange question. You see what I did there?
Oh yeah, I get it.
Somebody once said, was that like tinsel that you put on a tree? I was like,
it's going from multiverse to multiverse.
The multiverse of questions right now. All right. First strange question, Mr. Steve. What is the most common time to wake up from a deep sleep to use the bathroom?
3:15.
3:15?
3:15. Oh, I could be more precise. I have this weird thing where I'm very conscious of times when I get up or wake up. I don't know if other people have this. Like if you wake up in the morning, you'll often wake up, like if my alarm's going off at 7 a.m., I'll often wake up at 6:58. But I remember the last time I got up for a pee in the middle of the night, it was 3:14.
Oh, wow, pie.
That's fact. I'm very good with my times.
Yeah, I was wondering because you know what? We've all been there, I'm sure, men, women, and everyone in between, right? We don't really pay too much attention to time. You pay attention to the route you're going to take and the quickest way you're going to get there. You know, in my experience.
I always like to take a note of the time, and if it's like 11:11 or those sort of like witching hour times, weird times, that freaks me out.
Yeah.
All
right. Next strange question.
The most useless.
What is the most useless in your opinion? Hearing, vision, smell, taste, touch.
Hearing. I'm gonna have to say hearing.
What?
Hearing.
Man, I thought I was at least gonna get like 3 to 5 out of that one.
I think hearing out of all of that, it's like, how could I not touch smells? Everyone would probably choose smell. Smell is my main memory maker more than anything. And I had when I was younger, when I had my son Sam in 2003, I had very bad sinuses and I used to get infections, and I had a septoplasty, which is where they get a drill and they drill your hole through your nose into your sinus cavity to open it up. Like I can smell anything. Like I have a really high.
The Rock is cooking.
Yeah, I can, and he's just prepping the food. He hasn't even turned the gas on yet. I can still smell what he's cooking from here. But it's like, yeah, smell's really important to me. So I'd say hearing, just because I don't know. Yeah. So I don't like. I like talking to people. Like I was very excited to talk to you, but afterwards I'll be exhausted. I'm an introvert, so I chat, and then I'm like, I gotta go away in a dark room and decompress. So if I have to live with anything,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd live without hearing. Plus, it gives you that joke to do, Miguel.
Yeah, I say, in my opinion, I would just like speaking, just like strictly biologically, taste, because like for eating and consumption and everything like that we need to live. You don't really need to taste your food as much as you need your food to survive.
Yeah, I guess. But then I come from a restaurant background. I couldn't not taste. Oh my god, it'd kill me. So that was a very personal. You said, yeah, most useless. It's not quite the same as what you'd like to.
We got touch. We've got a lover of music. We've got another smell. Smell's taking over the board. You guys cannot be friends with Mr. Steve like me.
Go smell. Well, hopefully we won't lose any of them, so we'll keep them.
Hey, DMC Studios, welcome in. We are at Strange Questions with Mr. Steve right now.
Here they are strange. They live up to their advertising.
I wouldn't drink right now. I would not.
My stance is usually this. That's my stance. It's usually that in public.
Oh man. Clean up on aisle A.
It's funny because where was I? I was somewhere. Where the hell was I? It was yesterday. I can't remember. It's fine. I don't mind it. It's fine. Listen, I'm British. We have a toilet humor like no other nation on the planet. So a good fart in public is fine as long as it's like not in a small child's face as you're walking past. So that's fine.
I was at the urinal and I had to let one go, and there was this older gentleman standing next to me, and I let it go, and it was a little bit more audible than I would have imagined it would have been. So I said to the guy, "Wow, you heard what that asshole said?" And the next thing I was in HR talking about it. So that's a completely fabricated story. But okay, so this is a different part of the show where we go and we do a dive on you. And this is called the deep dive. So we go and scroll into your profile and find either something embarrassing, something you may not remember, or something that actually might bring something back that you want, to maybe revisit it. Are you ready to dive?
I'm ready to stalk. Yeah, dive. Yeah, let's dive.
Let's do it. Tell us about this photo posted December 2020.
That's from Crimson. I forget her name. I'm so sorry. There's a lady who does crocheting. Red Crimson. I can't remember her first name. I'm so sorry if you're watching or you eventually see this. My daughter Sophia, she is an incredible learner. So she says to me, "Oh, Daddy, I want to learn Photoshop. Can I use your laptop?" And she'll go and I'll say, "If you want." And she'll teach herself Photoshop. She wanted to do crocheting. And she just went off and taught herself. And I went out on Instagram and went, "Hey, my daughter's trying to do crocheting. Any tips?" And this lady, I got to remember her name. I don't want to look now. Red Crimson. It's really annoying. Sorry. She came back and was like, "Hi, yeah." And we just started chatting. And she was just giving me. I'm just going to look her up right live now. Crimson.
Let's do it.
Crimson and Wool. That's her. I think it's Sarah. I think it is. And so we started a long conversation, and she was helping my daughter, and she said, "Oh, I'm a big fan of of superheroes and things." And we were doing the Sentinel December. We were just about to launch, I think, the Sentinel HasLab.
Yeah, it was right there with the grid.
Yeah, and she made me that and sent it to me just for free. So awesome. It's sitting in. It's right next to Stanley. In my, we'll recreate it. There you go. We'll do this.
Screenshot everyone right now.
There you go. So, so she's such a lovely lady, and her husband is a massive Sentinel fan. I think it is Sarah. I'm sure it is. I'm looking now. It'll be rude. So, yeah, that's about that picture. And
that is a really cool photo, though.
Put my Crochet Sentinel in with my Marvel Legends because I count them as the same.
I mean, who's to say in some kind of multiverse of madness that there's not a crochet universe?
Exactly right. There is. It's. I'm sure there's a joke there. Earth something. There's going to be a clever number that means something in the crochet world. Earth 73.
I know, right? Like the needles that you use. Or something like that.
Let us know what that. Let us know, crochet fans, what Earth number, what multiverse Earth number crocheted world would be.
All right. So next slide. This. Yeah. This is the reaction we look for on it, man. This is the best reaction. That you can't hide the smile. You cover your face a little bit. That is the best reaction. This is why a lot of people love the deep dive.
So when we went remote at Hasbro, we would, we'd do our work, and we would have times where we would get together as a team and we would have like spirit days, but on remote, spirit days. One day, I think I dressed up in like a Mondo suit, a gimp suit, we call it, like an all-in-one.
Yeah.
And then we had to
neon. I've got my
we had to dress up in like retro wear. So this is my Hasbro's 1970 foyer entrance. So I just kind of slicked my hair and found some old glasses. I grew, as much as I can grow a tash, shaved, and just wore sad clothes and we had a meeting. Everyone was dressed up in 70s, 80s, 60s clothes. So that's what we do at Hasbro. We don't do any work.
You see the shelf behind me. I don't think that's true at all. And behind you as well.
Yeah, but it's good to have.
I thought did I miss you in Anchorman?
Well, I am rather a big deal.
All right, the next slide is coming up. Are you ready?
This is good. I like this. We could do this all night. Go on in. Oh my God. I'm just now thinking about all the posts I've done. I'm like, geez, I hope that's
So tell us about this, because I think I see Baby Yoda.
So I went to Vietnam on a trip once, and there was there's a one-armed guy who was doing tattoos, and he was doing it really, really cheap. So I just have this tattoo. No, I didn't. This is my daughter drawing on my back.
Wow, this is mind-boggling right now.
No, I was I don't even remember how my daughter did it. I was just lying there, and she started getting a pen out. This is Sophia. This is the artistic one. And she just started drawing like a tattoo. She goes, "I'm doing a tattoo of Baby Yoda on your back, Daddy," and that was it. And I just thought, that's cool. I'll take a picture of that. Plus, I wanted to see. I wanted to see how many moles I had on my back as well.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I didn't know that it wasn't a tattoo.
No, it's not. It's just pen. I'd like a tattoo. I'm just not at the moment. I don't know. Maybe I will. Listen, it's midlife crisis. I'm growing my hair. Maybe I'll get a tattoo. I don't know.
Tell me more about that growing your hair.
I stole yours.
Yeah,
listen, you got to lean into what you got. And listen, I have hair. I have real hair.
My hair that length when I was younger, but I would use globs and globs of. Originally, my hair was very, very curly. My background is Hispanic, and I got the very curly Hispanic hair. So cool. I mostly related to ramen noodles. If you ever had the ramen noodle pack,
you must have been a gorgeous little baby. When you were like a little toddler, your hair must have been so soft and curly.
It was interesting to say the least. Yeah. But I like this look. I thought to myself, wow. If I would have did this a long time ago, I probably would have been better off with attracting people that were a peer.
So you shave it, right? You shave your head. When did you first take all your curls off?
I started because my cousin was getting his hair cut low, and I said, you know what? I want to do that too. And I kept my eyes closed while I was going into the getting my hair cut, and I opened my eyes and I was like, "Whoa, I'm handsome!
I look hardcore." When was that, Miguel?
I had to been. I'm 40 now, so I had to have been 17 or 16 or 17.
Oh, it's quite a while ago then. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just started shaving it down, and I remember. For those who don't know, Gay 13 is my father.
Hey, Gay 13.
My father didn't know I was going to get this haircut, and when I got home, I was staying home for quite some time. Thanks, Dad.
This is a Miguel deep dive, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know. Wait, I'm supposed to be talking to you about your things. Like, how did this switch over? See,
there you go.
Dealing with a professional here. All right, next is action heroes. Why don't you tell us who these people are?
Wade Garrett, my hair hero. I tell you, if I
know, right?
Sad thing. Go on. No, the sad thing is, like I love Roadhouse. I know it's a terrible, brilliantly Roadhouse, great movie. And I remember seeing that and going, that dude's like wicked. When I'm old, I want to be like Sam Elliott, Wade Garrett, and like that. As I grow my hair and as I get grey, I'm thinking Wade Garrett. Now clearly not as cool as Wade Garrett, and he was 43. I don't know if that is Roadhouse. He's 43 in Roadhouse, so he was like 6 years younger than I am now. And I'm like,
that's Roadhouse. It is anyway, Roadhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. I do. Sam Elliott's cool. He's got a cool accent. And,
yeah. He's got that really like what you would, you know, if I wasn't American and I was somewhere else, I would imagine this is how all the older Western Americans spoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really
I watched Roadhouse. I watched Roadhouse in Colchester. I watched Roadhouse in Colchester and I was like, oh man, America's cool. I want to go and hang out and like
right
and listen to the Jeff Healey band and hang out with Wade Garrett. Actually, my friend and my family used to know Patrick Swayze actually, so there's a connection there. You know, 6 degrees of separation. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah,
it's always that.
That is awesome. So tell us who this is.
That's someone who cares. That's my Luke Skywalker. It's this guy again. I wanted my hair cut like him. I remember saying to my mum when I was like 7, I was like, "Can you cut my hair like Luke Skywalker?" So I had it long with a little flick and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's Luke, man. Mark Hamill, one of the nicest.
You see where his hair waves up?
Yeah, that was
the straightest I could get my hair with gel.
You could get it all flicky. Yeah, he's cool.
That was the straightest.
Oh, I see. That was But I love Luke.
That was it. If my hair stood that way, with just that little flip, I was happy because it looked straight. Why don't you tell us who this is?
Is that Superman or Superboy? That looks like Superboy.
Oh, he looks kind of young to be a man.
Yeah, no, I guess that's Superboy. I mean, Superman. So, like,
it might not be Superboy. It might be.
Is it Superman?
Oh, relative.
Oh no! When I say Jonathan Kent, I mean Daddy Kent. That was my ones, but
that's who I thought you meant. The father. Okay.
That's all right. That's all right. So the whole Superman, like Superman generally, that was my big first superhero kind of idolization, hero crush, whatever you want to call it. And I am a sucker. It's funny because I'm a sucker for the Boy Scout. Like when people are, people always ask you, do they go Luke or Han, Superman or Batman, Cyclops or Wolverine, Captain America or Iron Man? I'm always on the Boy Scout side. I don't know why. There's obviously some psyche in there. And I'm like, I'm always Superman. I'm always Luke. I'm always Cap. I'm always the goody two shoes. I don't know what that says about me.
The world needs goody two shoes.
Yeah, I do enjoy the Boy Scout. And the Jonathan Kent, there's more about his father as I grow up.
That's who I figured, yeah.
And as I grow up and my kids grow, Jonathan Kent is such an interesting character. He's very small, but it just the way he sacrificed.
He raised Superman to be the moral person he is,
Yeah. So even when who's the guy in the original one, 78, who played Jonathan Kent? Remind me. Glenn Ford. When Glenn Ford, his speech to Christopher Reeve, and when in Man of Steel, when Jonathan dies in the tornado, and he just kind of nods to Clark that it's okay, you don't have to do anything. Like, don't do anything. I'll give myself. And that was the time my father died as well. So like that scene, if you want me to cry, you play Hans Zimmer, doom 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 doom, and show me the radio scene, and I'm in floods. So like now, Jonathan Kent for me as a character, as the father figure, is just really important to me.
I get it. I definitely get it. So out of these 3 characters, right? Let's say Doctor Strange is with you. He's opening up a portal for you, and he's saying, all right, out of these 3 guys, you can go and live in their universe. Whose universe are you going to live in?
I'd go and live in Luke's. I think I'd go and live in Luke's just because of the tapestry of that universe, that galaxy. Just like
totally
super interesting.
For the band.
Yeah, I have my Star Wars name because my name backwards is Nepit Snave, which I actually think is a really good Star Wars name. I keep talking to the people I've spoken to people at Lucasfilm. I keep saying, "Hey, you should do one called like Nepit Snave. Can you do that?" And they're like, "Go away, Steve. You're not having one."
You are planting the seeds, aren't you?
No, I would definitely go and play in a galaxy far, far away, I think.
So, we've got Luke is out on the next questions, right? We've got 2 people here. Well, technically one of them, right? Who would you, if you had to, wipe out of existence? Oh. You gotta save the world, so you gotta snap your finger like a Thanos and say.
So I have to kill Wade, Garrett, or Jonathan Kent. Now, is it Jonathan Kent, young Jonathan Kent, son of Superman, or is it Dad Jonathan Kent?
For your sake, let's just say young John.
Okay, well, I'd kill him then.
I figured that much. All right. So we got Wade Garrett now. Wade Garrett, you meet Wade Garrett, and Wade Garrett says, Hey, come on with me for the day.
Yeah, the double.
What's your ideal day of hanging out with Wade Garrett?
It would be a simple day. I don't even think it would be double deucing and kind of like drinking. I think a day on the ranch, camping, exploring like the desert, and just sitting out. And there would be drinking, sitting out and with a fire on like a rock face, drinking, and him just telling me stories about whatever he's been doing in his life. I think that would be wicked. It's one of those kind of low key. I like camping, and I used to be involved with the Boy Scouts and like going out with and taking the kids out camping. We did like a week-long trek through the Adirondacks up in New York State, and that was wicked. Just sitting around the fire with my friends and just, talking crap. And just, we didn't drink in those days. You can't drink when you're on a Boy Scout camp, but like to have that would be cool. That would be wicked. Looking at the stars, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Definitely, like a cowboy, right?
Yeah, real cowboy.
All right. Yeah, so next we have the femme fatale, the ladies that you selected, right? Tell us who they are.
Tinkerbell. So, all of them. Oh, we got Gwen. Yeah, I like Gwen. 11.
Okay.
All right. So what am I doing?
These are some powerful women here you have, right?
Yeah.
Who would you want on your side in a battle?
Well, I have to say 11 then, wouldn't I? I would definitely have 11 on my side so she can rip them in half and scream a lot.
11 on your side.
Yeah, 11 on my side. Yeah. Old Millie.
It's actually a tagline from the old news.
What, 11 on my side?
There's a news station out here in New York that says 11's on your side.
Remember, folks, 11's on your side.
There you go.
Tune in tomorrow, Channel 11. I want 11 on my side. Actually, I want 11 in front of me. I want to be behind her. So she
Say, go ahead, 11.
Off you go.
Get the Demigorgon.
Do some screaming. Yeah.
So you've got now 11's out, right? You getting a feel for it yet? 11's out. You've got 2 people here, Gwen and Tinkerbell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, D. Blake gets it. Eyewitness News.
Oh, is it 7 on your side, not 11 on your side? 7-11 on your side. Is 7-11 on your side? Oh, it gets confusing. We're getting into like a whole metaverse.
You get some 311 music going on after that?
So what's the question for Gwen and Tinkerbell?
Between Gwen or Tinkerbell, whose story would you want to rewrite or make an expansion on?
Tinkerbell. Only because I know what's coming with Gwen. Tinkerbell, definitely. I love Tinkerbell. So listen, the first movie I ever went and saw was Peter Pan. It wasn't in 1953. I'm not that old. Yeah. But I went when I was in Canada. I used to live in Canada when I was a toddler, and we went and saw Peter Pan. and I was absolutely obsessed with Tinkerbell. And my actual pet name for my parents is Tink. So like my dad up to the day he died, actually the last thing he ever said to me was, "Goodbye, Tink, I love you." And so like Tinkerbell is
Heartfelt, man.
I want more on Tinkerbell. Like I love her. You know, and she's based on Marilyn Monroe. She's feisty. She loves Peter without condition. I'd like to learn more about Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right, so final question is for Gwen Stacy, right?
Yeah.
What would you do if you woke up as Gwen Stacy?
What would I do if I'd swing around the city, wouldn't I? I'd do whatever any spider person would do. I think the good thing with her is
without a doubt. There's no wrong answer, obviously.
She left with the watch, right? Didn't she have the watch at the end of Spider-Verse, and she can kind of whip around to different universes, different multiverses? That would be wicked.
In the newest trailer for the or preview or teaser or what have you for Spider-Verse 2, I believe she's able just to communicate with Miles whenever she feels free.
Yeah, didn't she kind of come through? So yeah, that would be wicked. To swing around and explore multiverses.
Yeah, clearly they've got an advanced way of traveling, because as we've seen in the MCU, the multiverse is still not very. You don't know which way is up and which way is down. But Gwen could just say, "Hey, Miles, what's going on today?" "Oh, all right, I'll see you in a few minutes."
Yeah, that's wicked. So yeah, that's what I'd do. Worked out very nicely.
Right? It's well done. So up next is your animated heroes.
Oh yeah, okay.
So again, let's tell them who they are if they don't know.
Let's see how good your Googling's been. Homer Simpson. That one's an easy one for you to find out about.
Right.
Snoopy, one of my favorite designed characters. And I wouldn't say he's my favorite, like in terms of personality, but I just love the shape of him. I've always loved the way he's being drawn. Just there's a good balance with there's a good example. His tummy and his kind of muzzle, and combined with the long ears. I just love it. I love him.
Staring up at the sky. That's typical Snoopy.
Paddington. I've loved Paddington for. It originally came out in like early 70s. I think 73, I want to say. Someone will tell me differently. And it was stop animation. And because it takes a lot of time to stop animate, they made this TV show. It was 5 minutes long, stop animation with Paddington, but everything else was black and white paper. And it was like very limited animation. So he would move fluidly. And the rest of the characters in the background would be black and white or very limited color, and would sort of just shift really weirdly. So it's like, I've never seen animation like it. So if you want to see something really weird and interesting and artsy and crafty, Google Paddington British TV and watch one of those. It was genius. And I remember meeting someone from Chorian, I think is the company that owned Paddington. We were out one day in London at a licensing function, and they said to me, "Oh, we're doing a Paddington film." And I was like,
"Oh, wow."
I was like, "Don't sex it up." I was like, "Keep it really innocent." And that film, or that series of film, is one of my favorite films ever. The way it's shot, the innocence, the acting, I could watch Paddington over and over and over again. I think it was a genius piece of reimagining without succumbing to like sexing it up and making it all like hyper modern.
Thankfully, because in this day and age, it can get gross very quickly.
Yeah, I love Paddington.
So out of these three characters, Mr. Steve, who do you relate to the most?
Who do I say that again?
Who do you relate to the most?
It's got to be Paddington. My mum and dad. I hope my mum doesn't watch this, because it's got to be Paddington. Like this is getting very deep. It's very clever. My mum and dad had lots of restaurants. Remember, I had lots of restaurants, and I'm an only child, so I don't have any brothers and sisters, and I was very independent from a very young age. I used to have to put myself to bed when I was 4 and 5, and they would call me from the restaurant downstairs up to the apartment where I lived. So time for bed now, Steve, and I'd put myself to bed, So I had quite a lonely childhood. I had a good childhood, but it's quite lonely, and I was always the new kid in class. I've been to 11 schools because we would have a restaurant. My dad would make it successful. He'd sell it. He'd move, and so I was always the new kid in class. I was always like Paddington, just like didn't know anybody.
Okay.
And was always kind of came in the class. That's why I joke around and I'm all like, hey. So Paddington, most definitely I relate to him the most in terms of fish out of water, stranger in a town, trying to do his best, I guess. Yeah. Although I'm sure if you ask my kids, they'll probably sound more like Homer. Stupid and middle-aged.
Very well. All right. So out of Homer Simpson and Snoopy, so you're on the street, right? And
Yep.
you hear some wheels screech, the car sound, One of these characters pulls up next to you and says, "Get in. We're going to do some cool stuff." Who would it be, and what would the cool stuff be?
Easy, Snoopy. I would never get in a car with Homer Simpson. I'm I'm not that stupid. Oh, Snoopy would be wicked.
Canyon in the car. He could do it all.
I would definitely get in a car with Snoopy because he is Joe Cool, man. We would drive around, we'd cruise around, we'd be blowing wolf whistles at people, and then we'd go to a nice club, we'd get some good food, they'd know who he was, he'd get us in. We'd have a VIP day and night with Snoopy. That would be cool.
All right, that's perfect. Plus, you'd be in the first flying doghouse.
There you go.
Right?
Anything could happen. He would just use his imagination and zoom off, and it'd be wicked. A VIP night with Snoopy. Actually, that's a good idea. They should do that. Whoever owns whoever owns Peanuts now, you should offer a service VIP with Snoopy. That should be a thing.
Definitely talk to Miguel of Go Figure Go for the intellectual property of the idea. Sorry, the paralegal came out in me. Sorry.
That's
all right. So,
that was my idea anyway, Miguel.
Actually, I was going to give you something out of it.
You're going to let me.
We'll talk about it later.
All right, man.
Early access to Hasbro Labs. Excuse me. So you're having dinner with Homer Simpson, right? Just Homer Simpson. What are you guys having? What meal are you having with Homer Simpson?
I would like to see what Homer thought of Marmite. That would be pretty cool. He'd probably absolutely hate it. Actually, probably love it. Oh,
you would share something with Homer.
Yeah, I'd go. Well, if I was with it, we'd be drinking lots of beer, we'd be drinking lots of Duff, and we'd be eating hamburgers.
Duff, baby.
Yeah. No, it would be. I'd have to not eat for a few days leading up to it because it would be a blowout, and in the morning I would be like. So I reckon we would go to a real divey hamburger joint, which would be cool. I like that. I like that as much as posh restaurants. My dad used to call it honest food. We used to go to France a lot as kids, and we would go to the crappiest looking place out in the back alleyways because my dad would that's where you're getting honest food. That is where you're getting real French food. So Homer, I think we could probably find some cool places up in the back alleys of America. We'd probably run into Wade Garrett, and we'd probably have we'd probably all go out to the desert and kind of
grill some eggs on some rocks and start rattling up some cattle.
Yeah. Me, Homer, and Wade Garrett. That would be wicked.
I would like to be a part of that. If you can give me a call and I'll figure out how to get there. So we're coming to a close. But before we come to the close, we play a game called Go Figure Feud. Now, this Go Figure Feud is basically like Family Feud, where the top answers are on the board, but the only exception is you are the board, which means the top answer gets picked by you.
Okay.
You follow along? So we're gonna ask the chat the questions. You're gonna pick your favorite answer.
Got it.
And this week's prize pack is an exclusive pre-entry to the GoFigureGoShop.com, where you can tell me what you want sent to you. So You'll get access to checking out Go Figure Go Shop before it goes live in a couple of weeks, and you will be able to pick out something on the website, and I'll ship it to you. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. Please
That's
don't take
cool.
any shots. All right. So chat, you got your fingers ready? I hope you got your fingers ready. We're going
fine.
down. As a matter of fact, let's just get this started. Okay, chat peoples. You're in a dark alleyway surrounded by thugs. What superhero would you like to have your back? And by that, I mean help defend yourself. Let's go. 12 people in here. Everybody can answer. There are no wrong answers. So, Mr. Steve, please don't answer the question because it may be written.
I will not.
Superman, Batman, 2 Batmans. These DMC Studios gets it first. Fred, feel free to change your answer. Let's go, guys. Get those fingers working. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Sam Newsman. That is an amazing answer, in my opinion. Captain America from D. Blake. All right, we're giving you guys 10 more seconds to answer the questions. Setting a timer for 10 seconds. Ghost Rider, Danny. Baby Groot. 5 seconds.
That's a different show, isn't it? Yeah.
Go. Yeah, it's all right. It's just as brain teasing. All right, the last answer is Thor. All right. So, last answer. All right. So, Mr. Steve, would you please tell the chat what is your favorite answer?
My favorite answer, and it's a hero I've only just recently not discovered, but kind of like, I wouldn't say fall in love with, but like discovered. And dark alleys is definitely his forte. Well, to be honest with you, any alley is dark. I'm a big fan of the character Daredevil. I love Daredevil, seriously. Right, so I was hoping something with Daredevil. Like Superman's easy, Batman's easy, but like Daredevil, tight alleyways, fighting, Daredevil all the time, all the way.
All right.
Dead Man, you did win. You did win. Dead Man won.
Dead Man won. Yeah. All right. So Dead Man, please don't answer the next question. You know how this works. The next question is, what movie needs a sequel? A part 2?
I'm glad I don't have to answer it without prompting.
Let's get ready, guys. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Set a timer for 30 seconds. I figured as much? No. Set a timer for... Serious acting. Set a timer for 30 seconds.
Right. I think there is a sequel. I think there is a sequel. Sorry,
Most honorable answer from Sam. 10 seconds.
It's a sequel too. They're listing lots that already have sequels.
Time is up.
Nah, there was Pete Pan too. There was a Return to Neverland, wasn't there? Anyway, sorry, I'm talking.
No, it's fine. I mean, conversations can be had. That's what we're here for.
Well,
all right.
I can't. Like, what am I looking at? All right, hang on a second. It starts from Roadhouse. There is a sequel. There is a sequel to Roadhouse. It's straight. There's a sequel to Pete Pan as well. I don't know 13th Warrior. That's embarrassing because I should know what that is. I've heard of it.
Wasn't the sequel 14th?
I'm gonna go for Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs.
I would see that too, and I yes.
Whatever happened?
Yes.
Listen, I know Mel Brooks isn't very politically correct, but he was a genius in his time. I like, may the Schwartz be with you. Just plain Yoda. Yeah. And I love that. And I love the ending with the little alien, with the little sort of frog. So yeah, Spaceballs, Fred. You deserve to win. You're a generous man, so you get Spaceballs.
Wait, who said Spaceballs first?
Oh, is there two? No.
You said Fred. Fred said
Fred
Spaceballs.
Evans. Fred Evans says Spaceballs. Yeah.
Fred Evans said Spaceballs. Why don't I see that? Oh yes. Fred Evans.
He's under what?
Perfect. All right. So here it
Happens.
is. This is it. This is the money round. The money round. Okay.
I'm just going to tell you, because Mel Brooks proposed the sequel, Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. There you go. But it never happened.
Oh, that's perfect.
Which goes to sudden death. All right, sudden death.
Sudden death is between Dead Man 1 and Fred Evans. Good luck to you both. And your question is, what is the most underrated movie? Most underrated movie. I'm going to... Now, everybody in the chat can answer this question, but it's between Dead Man and Fred Evans. So go for it. Excuse me. It's COVID-18. It's not COVID-19. I haven't got there yet.
I assume, can they answer more than once? Because they might choose movies that I don't know.
Please don't answer more than one. Yeah, Fred. Okay, so Fred and Dead Man.
Everyone else is answering. Stop answering. Everyone else has got it.
Well, we can conversate. Zombieland. Yeah, you know what, D. Blake, I can see that. I could definitely see that. I haven't seen State of Grace. The 13th Warrior again by White Vegeta.
I got to see that now. I'm feeling guilty because I hate. What is that?
Is that with Tom Cruise?
No, that's the last.
Antonio Banderas. Life.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bit of that. I've seen a bit of that. I didn't like Scott Pilgrim.
Joseph Montalvo with Tank Girl. Yeah. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yeah. But what would it be? The universe? Because if you did the world, Signs. That's I could definitely go for a Signs movie. Who they are, where they're from, especially after the disappointment of Prometheus and the whole Alien line, not really getting that whole backstory, but just a new story on how the canon was rewritten.
But this is underrated movie, though. We're asking, aren't we? We're not asking for sequels.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Sorry,
keep with your own games, Miguel. Come on.
I'm empty, so I'm on empty.
Miguel's gone off at tangent, everybody.
Yep. Don't worry.
Right. So what has Fred said? Fred has said Paul. I've seen Paul, and Life Aquatic. I haven't seen it. What did
Dead Man? Where are you?
Dead Man. What did you say, Dead Man? Have we made Dead Man bored? He's gone home. No.
Maybe. Dead Man, let's Dead Man, I'm gonna give you another minute. Set a timer for 1 minute. And then if you can't answer, we'll go with
We'll have to go with Fred and Paul.
Fred's last answer is Paul.
It's funny because I have a cousin called Paul Evans, so maybe that's fate. Hey, Paul, I'll wait until Dead Man comes if he comes.
Yeah. Thank you, D. Blake. Much appreciated.
Where's he going? Are you leaving, D. Blake?
30 seconds. You know he's got to put some work in. I think he has to send something to Massachusetts. I'm not sure.
Yeah. He's got to send me some more of these things.
Yeah. I love him. I said, oh.
That's not underrated, Dead Man 1. That's never been underrated. You shot yourself in the foot.
All right. So
right.
I guess we're gonna go with are you going round?
It's what's he say? I said Roadhouse. Is that a different movie? Are you being funny? I like Dead Man 1. He's funny. Is Roadhouse a different movie? I gotta look this up.
I did
no, it's 2 words. I always thought there was like 1 word into it. I got to go with Paul. Fred Evans, right. Paul.
Fred
I've seen the
Evans.
movie.
Well, congratulations, Fred Evans. Please follow me on Instagram and send me a direct message. This way I can send you the password to the website and you can tell me what you want, man. Thank you so much for playing the game, man. And this has been 30&Go.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for coming to hang out, man. It was an amazing pleasure. It was fun. It was exciting. Got some amazing insight from you. Is there anything that you want to tell the people coming up? Anything you're doing? Plug some socials.
I'm going to hang out at Terrificon on Saturday down in Connecticut at Mohegan Suns. If anyone's around, I'd love to bump it. I'll be wearing I'll probably wear my Let 'Em Breathe t-shirt. Doing that on Saturday. Then I'm going up to ChrisCon up in, I can't remember where it is. ChrisCon on Sunday. I'm sorry, I gotta remember where it is. I'll put a story up. Check my stories for ChrisCon. So Terrificon on Saturday, ChrisCon on Sunday. It's my anniversary on Sunday, so thank you to my beautiful wife Helen for letting me go out and muck around. Get my fix from not going to San Diego. Follow me on Mr.Steve 18 for cheeky reveals, no secrets, a lot of retro collecting, and some points of view on collecting.
None at all.
But thank you. Thank you very much, Miguel. This is good fun. You've got to rename this. It's not 30&Go, it's an hour and go. So
no, it used to be 30 minutes because of the whole Instagram thing, but now it's kind of 30 questions, 30 different questions. Yeah. So we've moved from the 30-minute thing to pretty much 30 questions. But don't go back and watch and point it out, please.
That's great.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And have yourselves a great night. And as always, I'll chat with you later. Mr. Steve, final words?
Keep collecting. Never stop playing.
There you go. From the man himself. Good night.
Good night.